I've been doing spray painting. I've been painting all my life, I think, but been doing a lot of aerosol stuff. I started about 5 years ago, I'd say. I had a couple of friends who got me into spray painting and kind of graffiti, and they were a part of different crews that go out and tag, usually train cars or anywhere around town. And I knew some of these people, and I had seen some of their artwork, and I'd really liked it. And so I asked, can I go paint the trains with you guys? And not to incriminate myself, but we went out there and events took place, and I loved it and was hooked. When I paint, I stop thinking. Something kind of takes over, and the parts of my brain that are rational and logical are lost and are replaced with a different sort of reason that is more in tune with my artistic side, that kind of guides my ideas without constricting them. So it gives me a basic structure, but nothing constricting. I call this art mixed media, and I call the art that you see on the street mixed media as well. And that can be someone wheat pasting some kind of poster, that can be someone freehanding with aerosol paint, or that could be somebody actually doing a layered stencil on a surface. I believe that this street art, mixed media, what it does is it turns an entire town, an entire community into a canvas, where the people that don't have the money to have an art show and to show other people their work, or at least have people appreciate their work, street art gives those people the ability to put their message out there and have hundreds, if not thousands, of people see it all the time, maybe every day. My role models are actually, surprisingly, they're people that I know. I don't know Banksy, I don't know Blue, I don't know a lot of European graphic artists and graffiti artists. I see their stuff and it inspires me, but what really inspires me is the lifestyle. And when someone in the community that I live in puts their art up, it challenges me to put my art up. I see art in magazines all the time, on the internet, in a book, wherever, but when I can see it on my own block, that inspires me to put more art out. Way more than a quote-unquote big name. The first thing I do when I start out is I start with a basic idea. Either a face or a landscape or some sort of object. And then I take that object and I divide it into layers. Usually about 2 to 5. And what I do is I divide that into layers of the first layer will be like an outline in a solid color. The second layer will kind of be like an overlay to give some shadows. Third and fourth do the same. And the fifth, some highlights. And then I usually do one more layer of an outline over everything. And that kind of ties the whole piece together. And if I oversaturate the color, it's just going to drip and look ruined. And if I don't do enough, then we're not going to get the definition that we're wanting. So you got to get that healthy medium.
Even with doorknobs, you couldn't handle it.
All art is subjective, and if some people are calling graffiti art as well, then graffiti is subjective as well. And a lot of people think it's art, and a lot of people think it's vandalism, and I think it's definitely a combination of the two. I can think of lots of places around town where there's legal graffiti, and it looks really good and kind of adds an interesting element to a community. But when you see all the illegal graffiti, and usually those are scribbles from kids that are a part of crews, which aren't really gangs, but they're just groups of kids who paint together, and they all kind of have their own signature fonts. And you see those around, and those are most of the illegal ones, and I don't think those are aesthetically pleasing to a community or to Bloomington. But something really colorful, something thought-provoking, something beautiful, something that makes you think. I think that's definitely art.